We are from Mission Possible for Justice and Rights and from All India Dawa Centers Association, which is a group of organizations which looks into all multiple issues related to humanity with concern to justice and rights. We felt it our duty to bring about and, let people know as an organization and as a group of Muslims in India, we condemn the act that has happened in Pakistan, in Peshawar, how children have been made, to be killed in such a dastardly manner, and how they have been massacred over there. Killing of any human being is not acceptable for us, for anyone, and there was something which happened in Australia as well. Now this is something which is absolutely unacceptable, and it keeps happening time and again. We as a group, as an umbrella, as an association, wanted to condemn it and let the press know that in India, as Muslims of India, we want to make sure that these things are absolutely un-Islamic, not acceptable by us, and absolutely not what the religion of Islam teaches us. So here along with us we have a learned scholar as well who can give us some clarity on this. Apart from this, we need to also note that there have been instances across the world in a similar manner, and which have been a reason for curtailing people's civil liberties. What has happened is in UK, in Canada, in USA, in other parts of the world, things like this have been masterminded by different people, and then eventually that has been something to clamp down on a certain community. So this is something which is unacceptable and should not be done. At the same time, we need to look into all the evidences, the forensics, ammunition that was used, and then come to a conclusion rather than just going into a conclusion without having all the details in front of us. So I request Sheikh Ejaz to clarify on the same.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ahmadu nusalli ala Rasulil Kareem amma ba'd. देखिए, ये जो भी धर्म है ये इंसान की तरफ से नहीं आता है. इंसान धर्म नहीं बनाता है, धर्म ऊपर वाले की तरफ से आता है. और ऊपर वाला जो है इतना बेरहम नहीं है जैसे इंसान अपने हिसाब से सोचते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. हम सब ज़मीन में आए हैं, एक लंबे प्रोसेस के साथ माँ के पेट में थे. किसने हमारा ख्याल किया? ज़मीन में आए तो हमको दूध का इंतज़ाम किसने दिया? हमको रहने सहने का सब इंतज़ाम किसने दिया? ये सब चीज़ें जो है उस ऊपर वाले ने दिया है. अब उस ऊपर वाले ने जो है हमको ज़िंदगी कैसे गुजारना वो भी कुरान करीम में बताया है. ये जो वाक़या हुआ है इसको कुरान की ज़बान में फितना कहेंगे. इसको दहशतगर्दी एक छोटा सा नाम लोग दे रहे हैं. ये छोटा सा नाम नहीं है, ये बहुत बड़ा फितना है. ये किसी भी मुल्क के लिए भी जो है नुकसान है, इंसानियत के लिए भी नुकसानदेह है. पूरी जो है क़यामत तक इस किस्म के वाक़यात लोग जो करते रहेंगे, ये फितना है. इसके ख़िलाफ़ पूरी दुनिया मिलकर आवाज़ उठाना चाहिए, सब लोग मिलकर आवाज़ लगाना चाहिए. इस्लाम भी इसके ख़िलाफ़ है, इसलिए कि इस्लाम में जो सबसे अहम चीज़ है नमाज है. मिसाल के लिए सब लोग 5 वक्त नमाज में जाते हैं, मस्जिद जाते हैं. जो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ है नमाज, उसमें भी बच्चों के बारे में इस्लाम ये बताता है कि 10 साल से पहले हाथ भी नहीं लगाना. नमाज पढ़ाने के लिए वो बच्चे खुशी से आना चाहिए नमाज के लिए. 10 साल से पहले मार कर भी नहीं लेके जाना चाहिए. यानी इतना बच्चों के बारे में इस्लाम एकदम सीरियसली बात करता है. जब छोटे बच्चों को नमाज जो उसके इस धर्म के अंदर इतना इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है, उसमें भी 10 साल से पहले हाथ लगाने की इजाज़त नहीं देता, तो कैसा कुछ लोग जो है इस्लाम के नाम से गलत काम कर सकते हैं. इस्लाम इसको बिल्कुल कबूल नहीं करता है, इसका कंडम करता है. ये मुसलमान अच्छी तरीके से जानते हैं. हम लोग जो है ये सही बात लोगों को बताना चाहते हैं कि बच्चों की हिफाजत इस्लाम में बहुत अहम है. अल्लाह के नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के पास जो है महफिल में बच्चे थे, उन्होंने कहा कि मुझे ज़िंदगी में कभी मौका ही नहीं मिला कि नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने मुझे डांटा भी हो. ऐसा वाक़या है. ये बच्चों के बारे में इस्लाम जो है बहुत अहम जिम्मेदारी बताता है. माँ बाप को बताता है कि बच्चों के नाम भी अच्छे रखो, उनके ताल्लुकात भी अच्छे हैं क्या देखो, सही कल्चर उनको दो, सही मालूमात उनको दो. बच्चों के बारे में इतनी तालीमात किसी भी मज़हब में नहीं है सिवा इस्लाम के. इसके बावजूद भी लोग समझते हैं कि कुछ दाढ़ी वाले आ गए, कुछ गड़बड़ कर दिए तो मुसलमान ने कर दिया या इस्लाम ने कर दिया. इसका इस्लाम से कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है. ये हम सबके सामने बताना चाहते हैं.
Basically we are here to condemn this. This is something really sad for us. And that's all. We felt it was already the media was, has given so much space to it. We felt as an organization which is part of, where so many organizations are part of our association, we felt our, necessity that we should also come and, publicly condemn it as we have done earlier. Taliban, the original Taliban is Afghanistan. And
Taliban are not Muslims?
Taliban, when you say Taliban, is a group of people, right, which are from Afghanistan.
Yes.
And Mullah Umar himself has condemned this attack. He is the head of the Taliban. He is the head of Taliban and he has himself condemned it. So to say that it is, everybody, for example, the biggest, saddest day of this country was when Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated on 30th January 1948. We know it was Nathuram Godse. Now because of that, I say that no, everybody was like that. We are all like that. That's not right. So there can be black sheep in the country who have done something. We should not paint everybody with the same brush. That is all.
You told that you condemned the act. Yes. You only condemned the act, or you condemned the terrorist group.
We do condemn the terrorist group.
Yes, sir.
We do condemn the terrorist group because if he had really knowledge of Islam and what a Muslim has to be, they would not have done this thing at all. We strongly condemn this act. Even we strongly say that they might not be having enough knowledge of Islam at all. If they had even the literature of the knowledge, they would have committed this type of grave crime.
कुछ ऐसे फाइल भी आए, जैसे ये भी आए, और भी फाइल लोग व्हाट्सएप में डाले हैं. ऐसा भी फाइल आया कि जो लोग मारे हैं उनके पीठ में शैतान का फोटो है, बाकायदा उसको आर्च किए हैं, बाकायदा सिंह है और उसके चेहरे हैं. इंसान के पीठ के पीछे जिसका लाश मिला है, जो लोग मारे हैं टेररिस्ट हैं, उनके पीठ के पीछे ऐसा फोटो भी आया है, ऐसा फाइल भी आया है. ये बात एक वाक़या हो जाने से ये मुसलमान ही किया बोल के कोई ज़रूरी नहीं. अगर ऐसा कोई किया तो मुसलमान भी नहीं है वो. अगर किसी ने ऐसा किया है तो उसने या तो इस्लाम को पहचाना नहीं, अगर पहचाने तो मुसलमान नहीं. जानबूझ के किसी ने ऐसा किया होगा, ऐसा भी हो सकता है. इसलिए हम किसी के सपोर्ट में नहीं बोलते, वो तहकीक लोगों को करना है. फिलहाल हम ये बोलना चाहते हैं कि जो हुआ है वो गलत है इस्लाम के आइडियल से, क्योंकि इस्लाम एक ऐसा धर्म है जो हर मुसलमान पढ़ सकता है. आप भी पढ़ सकते, कोई भी पढ़ सकते हैं. आप खुद उठा के पढ़ के देखो कुरान में ऐसा है क्या. जब इस्लाम ऐसा इसके खिलाफ है तो कैसा एक मुसलमान कम्युनिटी के बारे में बोल रहे हैं, तो ये सही नहीं है.
Why do they take such steps? Why do there must be a cause, and maybe I heard that the Talibanis, their families and themselves, they were killed by the government, but then they can just go on a more peaceful act. Why do they?
Yeah, I understood. See, what you are trying to say is why these people have done such a
brainwashed or something, because I see that Muslim people, I'm not condemning, I'm not like separating, but then I see Muslim people like they are doing such acts like suicide bombing. Like, why are those people more vulnerable to such mindless acts? Is there any reason behind this?
It's a very nice and interesting question here. That why, in generally, this is the last part is actually your question. Basically, why do Muslims, mindlessly go and carry out these acts of suicide bombings and things like this that has happened? And she's asked, how do they get brainwashed so easily? So one, suicide bombing is not something original to Muslims. If you know, the Prime Minister of India, Rajiv Gandhi, was killed through a suicide bomber. And that was not Muslim, that was LTTE. They are the originals who did it. So it's not independent to Muslims that there's something like this that has happened. Now, you want to know why every community has got black sheep. Every community has certain things that they are looking for. There may be somebody who's, getting money for it. If you look at this, what happens is we forget what is the past. What we look at is what is currently happening, and what has happened in the past we've all forgotten. If you look at the biggest terrorist attacks, if I ask anyone who did atomic bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where till today people are being born with cancer, lakhs died, it was USA. Who did Agent Orange in Vietnam? Chemical Agent Orange was sprayed in Vietnam in 1960s. Till today, children are born with, they are all born without eyes, without faces, deformities, cancer. Lakhs of them, not one or two. Who has done it? In 1995, there was a bombing done in Oklahoma City, right? One of the federal buildings was bombed. And immediately, we had the press, go into its speed saying that it is probably Al-Qaeda or Muslim organizations who have done it. Later on, it came to know it was Timothy McVeigh. It was a homegrown terror. So it is not something which is, Muslims are part of it, and that is why Muslims get brainwashed. It is a question of there are human beings, and there is possibility of people getting brainwashed and doing wrong things. So in this case, this happened to be, a neighboring country which is an Islamic or Muslim country where we see this. So it's not an independent thing, that it's not a monopoly that Muslims get brainwashed only. We find that most communities, I have just given you a list of things, including the Oklahoma, including Norway, including Canada, the Parliament attack, including so many more, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where it has all happened, it was not Muslims. LTT did it to Rajiv Gandhi, Beant Singh and Satwant Singh did it to Indira Gandhi. So these are all people who get brainwashed. As a human tendency, that's possible for anybody to get brainwashed. So probably they got brainwashed. Now the amount of money that is spent in this brainwashing is huge. I don't know, you may not know, but there are people, if you can get into, online you'll find somebody called Eric Prince. Yeah, Eric Prince is a person, he's a CEO of a company formerly called Blackwater. Now it's called Academy, spelled with an I at the end, right? If you go and find out, that is the biggest private military of the world. It's the biggest organization which supplies, security to all the American missions all over the world. And if you find in that, you go through that, the details that are available. There's a blog I happened to see yesterday. It's called wondersofpakistan.blogspot.com. You will see so much happening over there. You will see how these people are paying billions of dollars just on this to make sure that things like this happen. According to the website of Academy, formerly known as Blackwater, they said they were recruiting people. And half the people that they were recruiting 4 years back, 5 years back, was for Pakistan. So if you see, there is a lot of connection in these things also. So don't just go by what is coming to you through a certain direction. Go deep into it. Please do your investigations thoroughly before, printing something. It will really help, the world. Today, one more point. Today we are crying for children who died in Pakistan, in Peshawar. Do you have an idea? We have been sitting here maybe for about half an hour now, or 25 minutes. How many children have died in the past 25 minutes in India because of no food? According to UNICEF, in India, 1.83 million children die every year because of no food. Because of no food. We just had coffee. They don't get food. That works out to every day 5,500 children die every day in India. And in half an hour, it is about 175 children. So we need to look at all these issues of the society. Is this society actually progressive? We do not have toilets. 70% of India does not have toilets. Women have to wait to go to the toilet in the night. It's so sad.
The glorious Quran says, whoever kills an innocent human being, it shall be as if he has killed all mankind. And whosoever saves the life of one, it shall be as if he had saved the life of all mankind. This is the saying of the Quran. And also the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, anyone who kills a non-Muslim will not smell the fragrance of paradise, even though its fragrance can be experienced at a distance of 40 years. So these are all the sayings which has been given by the Prophet. So the people who are really following Islam cannot go for this barbaric act at all. And we request the media. We request the media, don't condemn and don't immediately pop up with until investigations are on. Don't ban a particular community. That is very important. Because anywhere anything happens, before even the investigation is said, Al-Qaeda has done it, Harkatul Mujahideen has done it, Lashkar-e-Taiba has done it. But this is all not to be accepted at all. Simply by blaming on some organization, even before investigations are on, blaming it is wrong. So we'd like to media also to please go through a process in condemning or branding anybody to be from the terrorist groups.
While telling about the root cause, we should mention about this also. Actually, the root cause behind this is actually the countries who want to sell their weapons in the market. They are the people, real culprits behind this. Because they are the people who are trying to, for their business purposes, they are creating this violence and everything, and they are buying the people behind, and through them they are achieving their tasks. So this has to be particularly, this is the main root cause. The Islam, as you know, it works for peace and for the reformation of the individual through three things. That is, it preaches this, that mankind is one and God is one and we are answerable to God. If these three principles are taught in every mind, the people will become automatic, they will get reformed. Because that is what Islam is, trying to do throughout the world, not only among the Muslims, also about all the humanity. We are trying to cultivate this habit that answering God That is the prime, we should not forget about that. And by this we can reform the people and reform the society and reform the world.